Now we are going to look at an example of social engineering. And I've talked before about having a lot of social engineering techniques that are not dependent on technology. But of course, there are social engineering techniques that are a combination of just talking to someone, getting into someone's trust and betraying their confidence, stealing their secrets, but also sometimes using very convincing online digital methods that will make people think that they are accessing a trusted resource or that they're getting a communication from a trusted party, and then they get their secrets compromised because they're willingly entering their secrets into a place that is not actually supposed to be trusted, something created by cyber criminals or espionage agents or just any party that is not supposed to have access to the information. So what I've created here is I've created this web REPL, and the way to create a web REPL is if we go over to REPL IT, you'll see there's this plus, and you can choose this HTML, CSS, JS, and then it gives you HTML, CSS, JS, and you can get started. And then as you do things, it will show up here. And just refresh this little built-in browser, and there you go, it says hello. But it also gives you a URL, and you can access the URL directly as well. And so I've constructed a little site to kind of show you what I'm talking about. And here there's this HTML, and we're just going to take this out here for a second so that I can close this out to give you a better view. And so here I put in a title like important bank website, and I've added some icons to make it look more official. I've changed the styling to be a little more like suppose some established bank, especially, sometimes attackers will just directly steal the CSS and JavaScript and logos and fonts from a bank website and create a dummy page that is very official looking, but is just there to steal your information. And if you look at the source, you'll see that it has some random URL, and it's just like sometimes just a generated garbage URL, and all it's trying to do is collect your information, and it's trying to grab your username and password. And if you look at how it ends up looking, you'll see that it says important bank website, and then it's like, this is your bank website, and it'll have, this is a little funny, and it says, trust us, why would we lie to you? And it'll have like a lock, or, say this is ultra secure. And then, it will always try to prompt you with a call to action being like, you need to log in now, something, you have to urgently change your password, you have to give us your password immediately. And then it'll have like a username and password, and it'll say like secure login, or like, don't worry about it, this is secure, or just like it'll look exactly like your bank website or your financial institution website. And then, even as you enter it, you'll see that, oh, this must be the right thing because it's hiding my password and everything. But in reality, if you submit this, then it's going off to somewhere else, somewhere out on the internet where somebody now has the username and password that you thought you were entering to your bank. And that's an example of social engineering, something very simple somebody can just throw together and then rely on people's social responses to situations, especially if you send someone an email just saying, hey, your password's been compromised, come in and change it quickly, and then just give them a button to click. They will be perhaps too concerned in order to pay attention, and then they'll come in to a website like this and they'll enter their stuff, and then that's when their credentials are actually compromised. And that is social engineering in a nutshell.